sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Rams and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Hill. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Hill. That is caught by Callaway. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call.
We play to win.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st down, it's Hill. That's taken in by Callaway. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Hill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Big completion there on 3rd and short keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. A strong running. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Alvin Kamara. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Powering forward, powerful running. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
Stafford's pass complete to Cooper Kupp. A gain of 7. And the Rams first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford over the middle to Beckham. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Marquez Callaway deep for New Orleans. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. To throw on 2nd and 6, Hill. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot, letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second down, and it's Kamara again. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw again on second down. Hill. Open man is the tight end Troutman.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Hill. And that is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hill. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Hill throwing once more. In the hands of Kamara. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off of play action, Hill. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Flushed out right. Oh, big hole right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 23-yard run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Let's look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown. Touchdown wants to kick it off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Cam Akers. And now it's second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Yeah, with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's got room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
The return is Powell.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Throwing is Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Hill. And he's got this one complete to Callaway.
It's a gain of 7.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
I know any coach would take 2nd and 3 all day. You think you're in pretty good shape. Instead, after 2 runs, though, they're at 4th and 1. Didn't pick it up.
Back-to-back 1-yard gains. This defense, the challenge was accepted. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. It's caught. Beckham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Stafford on 3rd down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Stafford. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Hill on third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Gay is on for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Callaway, the return man. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Now Hill, fresh off the pick six. Flush to his right. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Hill. And that'll be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. 62 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Hill. Looking long for Thomas. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Stafford now to throw.
Into the hands of Beckham. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed?
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field, James.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Hill now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Wants to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. The touchdown, wants to kick it off.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So now Stafford and the Rams down 21-14, 37 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
Now Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call.
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could...
After review of the play, rule on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last throw here for Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took